It's your boy PT once again. About to show y'all real quick for those that just have Fruity Loops only. They want to sample like they got an MPC. Just real quick how to just do it real quick. So you take your sample on your record and you just turn the pitch up on the record already. That's what I usually do. And then you let your sample. Then you take it, you input it. So this is the sample right here. Turn it up. So just record what you did. Just record it with the pitch already up, ready to go, and then you take your sample, you load it up down here in this new wonderful thing. And then in this corner over here, you can zoom in. What I usually do is that you can read waves. If you know how to read waves, you can see where kick begins and ends in the snares, and then you just cut it. So this was your sample right here. You will probably cut it right here because you see how the kick begins right there. So if you don't learn how to read waves yet, you should probably spend some time reading waves real quick so you can figure it out. And then you just take your sample, you bring it down to where the kick and the snare will be at the next bar, and then you take it. You should know how many bars the sample's playing, and then take your pencil tool and you can stretch it to where it needs to be by going up here. If you click none on your snap, then you can get your sample to snap to whatever tempo you want it to be at, and then it'll just stretch it out real quick for you. We put everything back to normal. So that's how you would do it if you just want to play your sample and add snares to it. But for those of you that want to chop it up, just load up one of these granulizer, or however you say it, plugins. Go to channel, add one, and then go to FL granulizer. But you gotta make sure whatever your tempo setting is, you match it here with the same, match it right here with the same setting that you got on the audio that you loaded up. That way your pitches will still be the same. And in the corner up here, it'll tell you the original set tempo that you want it to be. Usually just have it at the same as what your beat is. You set everything to pro default. That way the pitches won't get out of control. And you still have the same pitch you have from the record. Your sample just plays faster or slower, whatever it is. So then, now if your sample loaded up in the granulizer, you can be able to play it on the keyboard. Now, when you first load your granulizer up, it'll be down here, it'll say pitch. Just put it down to step or percent, whichever one you like, fits you best. It's just so it chops it up, and then once you have it chopped off across, you can start then taking your sample and then chopping it up. So then you get your sample ready to go. explore your little options you have down there with your little audio stretcher, you'll be able to do a lot of things with your sample that you really couldn't do before without even knowing the tempo. You can just stretch the sample to the tempo you want it to be. And then you load it up on your keyboard. And you can play across with it. And then you can run the part with the voices. So I just to get your little voices to do what you want, you just take and then you load up the part with the voices in the granulizer. And then you just cut the bass out of it so just the words will show. That way the words will stand out more. And then you can do your little Kanye with it. So that's what I ended up doing with my. So yeah, just holler at me if you have any problems with that. I just want to show y'all something real quick though. The Bootleg King. You take out a drawer, you throw your sub in there, you'll probably have a lot of bass. So you need more bass in your room, or your bass is to sound right with your sub. Throw your sub in the drawer.